Hi, everybody. Hi, Nicole.
Hello, friends. Hello, Eric. How are you?
I am doing wonderful on this day.
It's an exciting day.
It is an exciting
Mhm.
Sunday fun day.
Amen to that.
Da 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 da. People are freaking out because they can't handle that the show's everywhere.
I know. I'm excited. I can't handle that it's everywhere. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on the TV Co-app. We're everywhere, baby.
You know, but we have. So here's what I have open in front of me and Nicole. We both have the TV Co chat room open in front of us
Yes.
because we do that all. We always have the TV Co chat open in front of us, and no shade to the other places that we're streaming to, but the TV Co app, we get it. Sometimes you don't want to watch our faces. You just want to
hmm
hear us talk. TV Co-app lets you like minimize it, and then you can still do other stuff on your mobile devices where you really can't do that anywhere else. So,
It's true. We'll just keep talking. You could go to your notepad and take notes. You can go surf, I don't know, the web, look up your favorite type of apricots. I don't know. And we'll still be chatting.
but now don't be confused. I still have access to all of the chats. So I can say hello. I just said hello to Twitch and Facebook and YouTube
Aw, I love that.
and the Twitter.
How I say hello to them?
How?
Right here. Hello, everybody.
You say hello, friends. So
Hello,
look,
friends.
here's the deal. Nicole and I kind of realized earlier today that you got out of the house and we did that podcast. So many
Pretty
people
far.
had so many opinions on.
Doesn't everybody have an opinion on everything? I'm at the point where I'm just like, okay,
Oh, I always say opinions are like assholes.
everybody
And
has them and they all stink.
everyone has them and they all stink. Well, we're going to get into that. I feel like we have a lot of stuff. Now, here's the thing. Normally
Yes.
on a Hello Friends show, I want to say normally it is just us.
True. This is very true. Just us two. I shouldn't say just.
I mean, we're
It's us two.
amazing.
And it's pretty phenomenal.
Or I feel like I have to roll back again. I feel like I have to roll back the
Me
rollback
too.
because
We have a lot of new friends.
we have a lot of new friends, and I think the first thing to say about all of the fun and exciting places which people are watching this is make sure that you follow, subscribe, like, do all of the things in the place wherever you are watching it. It is a great way to help support our show as well
Mhm.
as sharing it. Now it's in your
Absolutely.
favorite place. I'm assuming that you have other people to share it to, although low-key we would love if people watched it in Twitch
True.
because we have to do our stupid little Twitch. You know how I feel about they need you to do the things so that you can have access to all the features, which enrages me. Like Instagram, I'm not allowed to have a swipe up link until I have 10,000 followers. It's
Mhm.
like Twitch, we're not allowed to like save our broadcasts until we get enough people watching us live consecutively there. So if you want the shows there, watch there.
What?
But I mean, obviously, NTV Co. So look,
Yeah.
follow, share, do all of those things. Of course,
Mhm.
this will be on your favorite podcast provider later. So a 5-star rating and a nice review is
Yes.
appreciated there too.
And of course, we're Hello Friends everywhere. So if
We
you're
are.
like, where are you on YouTube? Hello Friends. Where are you on Twitch? Hello Friends Podcast. Ever need to find us? Hello Friends.
But this is not actually true, Nicole.
Yes, it is.
You're a liar.
No, it's not.
On YouTube, it is Hello Friends Podcast because people were telling me we're on YouTube, we're searching Hello Friends, we can't find you. I think I'm going to do, now you're all going to have to give me a day or two. Nicole and I just talked about this right before we went live.
Yes.
I'm going to do the trick to make it easy for you. Meaning, going forward, hopefully starting tomorrow, I will do hellofriendspod.com/Twitch. Will bring you to our Twitch. slash Facebook will bring you to our
Mhm.
Facebook, slash Twitter will bring you
I
to our
love it.
Twitter. So if ever you're confused of like, oh, I want to watch them on Twitch, you could just do hellofriendspod.com slash
Mhm.
Twitch. It'll bring you there. Slash TVCo. It'll bring you there. So I'm going to set all of those up. Or of course, there already is on the hellofriendspod.com website, the Find Us Live page, which has access
Yes.
to all of those links as well. But
And
if you're
we have
like,
Lefty in the chat wants to know, can they find us on MySpace?
no, not MySpace. This is the space. It's the one space. It's our safe
This is
space.
our space.
It is our space. It's where we
What
are.
about AOL? What about AIM? Do you guys remember AIM?
First of all, don't even you act like you know what AIM is. I existed on AIM for the longest time.
I know of it. I just like to
AIM,
think I know things.
let me tell you, when
Yes.
I worked for MTV
Mhm.
and AIM was still super popular,
Mhm.
it's where I had all of my contacts, all of my PR people, all this like celebrities. Everyone was in my AIM list. The hoops I would jump through to make sure that I put it on every phone and computer and everything. And then one day I got a new phone and I lost the password.
No.
And I was like, well, this should be easy to do it like a recovery and an email reset. But I think when I signed up for it a million years prior, I
Mhm.
used some fake email. Like when the internet was a dial-up, Nicole, is when I
Yes,
created
I
that.
remember that. That was like my childhood up
Don't
until like
act.
my early teen. I remember it.
You did not have ear internet.
Yeah. Yes, I did. I can tell you probably up until like middle school.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you lying
I
about
remember
your
like,
age?
I'm not lying about my age. Maybe like my family was just behind the times. Surprise. But yeah, you have like connect and it'd be like, oh, and you'd wait and wait. And you're like, oh my gosh. And then you knew if it wasn't going to connect because it would just continue and make weirder noises. And you're like, oh, this ain't going to happen today.
That's so weird. I have to also say, Nicole, the fans are all battling each other already. And
Oh no.
I don't like saying fans, but that's how it is presented on here is fans.
Okay. Okay.
But I see like the Jermaine King on YouTube is like, oh, we're the best here on YouTube. And then Angie is over in Facebook and she's like, oh, Facebook's in the house. And then I see over on Twitch is Rod Carson and maybe 420. They're like, we're watching. And then we have Lefty and we have all the TV Co people. And then we have the You Now people. Angela Weston is like, oh my God, we're over here, You Now party. And there's so many people, so many places.
Wow.
It's a lot of people, a lot of places.
I love it. It makes me so like happy, emotional.
I know. I feel it.
I'm a very emotional person. No, nobody's the best. Nobody's the worst. Everybody's our friends. We love you all.
I mean, the people that watch in Twitch until we get to the next level, you're probably a little bit more.
Right now, our favorite child is Twitch.
Right now, Twitch is.
You give that one kid special treatment because they
Right.
need it. Like that's like Twitch right now. Like he needs a little bit of special treatment.
Yeah, and I think we'll be fine. I like. Well, I mean, whatever. I was going to say I like Twitch because we get the little like TV Co. We get the animations that are big on the screen, and it's us and the airplane. But Twitch, you get like the little ones in chat, and they're cute too. But whatever, Nicole.
Debbie just sent us on TV. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Thank you, Debbie. Here's the thing. I know we have a plan for this show because technically
we do have a lot of plans.
We have a lot of plans, but here's the problem. As longtime listeners of Hello Friends, you have almost 100 episodes to go back and listen to. This is our problem. Like it's either a funny show, a therapy show, a topic show, or a show when we like have not done a show. And normally it's just, we do them 5 days a week and then we have 2 days off. And I always find the first show after a 2-day off is like, blah, 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 blah. We have a million things we want to say. and this has been like a 2-month off.
Even longer.
Yeah, even
Because
longer.
my getting out of the house, that was very different. Like, that wasn't like you and I having like a conversation, just you and I. That was more so like, I don't know, I guess it was like a therapy thing, but
Apology
that was,
tour.
no, I wouldn't say apology tour. I would say an explanation tour.
Yeah. I mean, to be clear, I didn't mean apology tour. Like I thought you had something to apologize for. I mean, to me, it felt like an apology tour, and it made me angry.
I
So
get that. I
we're
get that.
not ready to have that
I just
conversation
wanted
yet.
to. Oh, we're not? Okay.
No, no.
But long story short, it's been a few months since you and I have been live, just you and I,
I
not
know.
interviewing, not being interviewed, not recapping, just shooting the shit. So guess what?
What?
It's starting to smell because it's time to shoot it.
Ew, I don't know if I want a shitty smell around. Can we have shoot a rainbow? Unless you mean remember
Wait,
you
fun fact.
what?
Okay, so listen, I was on Snapchat today,
Right?
and they have a Lucky Charms filter. And it's not just any filter. It lets you go through each of the marshmallows. So best believe I did all of them. So I have a heart, a star, a horseshoe, a clover, a blue moon, a unicorn, a rainbow, a red balloon, and the finale one. So best believe those are appearing on my Instagram story at one point. For those of you that are interested, I really enjoyed taking the photos for each of the marshmallows. So yes, please enjoy that as well.
I love Courtney in chat is saying, how complicated would it be for Nicole if she was having to see all of these chats? You have no idea, everyone. And hello, Angela.
I have one in front of me and I'm so distracted.
I literally have 6 chats in front of me. It's kind of crazy, and it's bad for people. Like, I mean, normal people that would do the podcast, they just do the podcast and they would, ignore the chats. I am trying because we're changing up how we're doing things. We're trying. I know this seems more confusing, but it is our attempt to make things less confusing by putting everything under Hello Friends. But anyway, back to what we were originally saying.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. My hubs ate the Lucky Charms ice cream that you brought that day. Now, he claims for the first time, when I know full and well, hello, Boston Cindy, when I know full and well that you made him a bowl of it.
I did make him a bowl of it. I put chocolate on top and everything.
And he literally said to me, "This is too sugary. I'm having a sugar rush." To which I said, because, he's been away for the past 2 days. So, we haven't got to really spend time together the past 2 days. So I was doing that thing where, I want to seem like the good husband, where I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't like it either. It is very sugary. No, I'm saying I was trying to be good. Oh, I am watching my figure and paying attention to sugar too, hubs.
Yes.
But that was going on, I was outside, we were texting each other. Because like any good 20-year marriage, we stay apart and just text each other, even if we're in the same house. So I come in before this show and I go over to the sink to wash my hands. He dumped the container of ice cream out. And then first of all, he thinks the sink is a garbage pail. So it was dumped over. The container is still in the sink. It's filled with water. There are sad little melted marshmallows everywhere. And I'm like, the fuck? And he's like, you said you didn't like it either. Why are we going to keep it if neither of us like it? And I was like, I was lying about not liking it. I did. So your Lucky Charms ice cream was destroyed.
That's the saddest news I've heard in a long time.
I do have to say, though, and being honest with you, I actually didn't like it. Now, I don't like to waste.
But I love it, and I'm always over your house.
I know. That's what I don't understand. He forgot. He was
so when I'm over your house, and we have to do work, and I'm in a slump, and I need sugar, I don't want to hear any complaining. So I'm going to say, should have kept the ice cream.
I'm going to go send you to Hubs.
No, I'll yell at you.
I'm gonna go send you to Hubs.
And
It's
I
crazy.
really think it's delicious.
Okay.
It's like a marshmallowy texture. I think it's freaking delicious. You know what? You know what's also delicious?
What?
Um, we went to Olive Garden and got Zeppelas, and I took the rest of them home, and I poured the confection sugar in the takeout box. Oh my gosh! So best believe the next day I had some Zeppelas, and I scraped up the sugar. Oh my gosh, so good. Woo!
Okay, so number one, it annoys you when you say Zeppela because it's a Zeppeli.
Zep Zeppeli.
Well, I mean, technically it's Zeppeli.
Zeppeli.
Thank you. Okay, everyone. I guess we can tell this story really quickly. So,
We're
Nicole,
sidetracked.
well, are you surprised?
I have a
Um,
transition. No, you'll see how seamless it is if you're done talking.
you have a what?
A transition.
Oh, okay, perfect. So we went to Olive Garden the other day together, and this is after I've been giving Nicole so much shit because, as you guys know, uh, we've gone into several stores together, and nobody has really stopped her, maybe because of the
With
mask, with me.
hmm
We walked all around the supermarket looking for this Lucky Charm ice cream. They didn't have it. I've been having a lot of back issues. So when we got to Target, I was like, I'm going to sit in the car. Can you just
Yep.
go in and look? I can't do it. Then, of course, Nicole comes out with her whole story of, oh, I was by the ice cream case and someone stopped me. And then I was
No,
on the
I was by the checkout
Okay,
with the ice cream in my hands.
I was by the checkout and the cashier was like, is that a famous person? Again, everyone, P.S. Oh no, celebrity. Did they call you famous or a celebrity?
Famous.
Okay, either way, dearest listeners, viewers, reality TV stars are not celebrities.
hmm
And I would argue are a different kind of famous if we want to call them
Yeah,
famous.
cold, not famous.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say
The
famous
cashier
either.
asked me, she's like, "So you're like a celebrity?" And I was like, "I mean, Z-list, if that's possible." Wow, what show? Oh my gosh, it's called Big Brother. Oh my gosh, isn't that like on Channel 2 on CBS? I'm like, yeah, it is. She's like, oh my gosh, so you're like famous, famous. I'm like, so I'm told. And I hightailed out of there. I took my ice cream and I started booking it. Because then everybody behind me in line was like, wait, what? That girl right there, she's famous? And I'm like, what? So I ran. I got very
But
scared.
but here's the thing. Let me ask you this. Is that rude? Because I think if I was in your position, I would find that rude. Like essentially people are saying, I don't know who you are, but because you're famous, I want to talk to you. It's like we don't care who you are as a person. It's essentially uh I want you to do something for me. Take a photo with me.
I think if they're a fan of the show, I absolutely adore, or fan of me, like that I adore. I love meeting those, I hate the word fans, but I love meeting, like I call them friends. Like I love meeting them.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
like
no, I
it.
mean that situation. I'm saying
Yes,
literally
like,
the lady who's like, "Oh, you're on TV, you
well,
must be
no, that
famous."
the beginning of that story is I went to put my stuff on the like conveyor belt thing, and
Yeah,
the woman in front of me, her like bed sheets were stuck and they weren't moving. So I had my mask on. I pointed to them and I said to the cashier, "Is this hers?" And the
right.
cashier looked at me and was like, "I don't have one of those divider things. Just leave it." And I'm like, "No, no, no, that's not what I asked." And she looked at me. I was like, "Is this hers?" And she goes, "I don't know." So I turned to the lady. I'm like, "Is this yours?" She goes, "Yeah, okay." And then when she found out who I was, then she was like, "Oh my god, that's really awesome! Oh my god, you're so cool!" And I'm like, "Really? Because 2 minutes ago you were yelling at me about not having a divider." So that's what it is like. Ooh,
Uh,
that's not right. And then I think what's more insulting too is the people that someone tells them who I am,
mm.
and then the person's like, "Oh, I don't even watch that show. Did you do well? Oh, okay, what?" Like I find that very rude too. Like at least say to me, "Oh, that's nice," and walk away. Like you don't be rude.
I see whoa girl Michelle over in you now chat said, so basically you got noticed because you were causing a problem and they thought you were famous for being a Karen.
Probably.
Probably.
They're
Um
like, "Oh no, she'd get us in trouble for yelling at her."
So the moral of the story is Nicole came out with all this, stuff. I did not believe her
Mm-hmm.
until later that night when the people were posting their photos on Instagram and tagging Nicole in them. Okay, great. But I still wasn't there for it. Because believe me, if I was there for it, I would have been like, people, she's not famous. I'd have been like, she's not a celebrity.
You're
And then
sassy. When
and then
I
people,
I experienced you for the first time in Olive Garden meeting somebody, and you're a sassafras.
oh, good. I guess this is going to be a fun show after all. I can't wait to hear how I was sassy for
Go ahead.
this. So now let's move on to the Olive Garden story.
Okay.
So Nicole and I go to Olive Garden. We sit down. And Nicole is we're both very angry. I feel like we've been working since 8 a.m. It was now 10 p.m. at night. We
Yep.
literally had
Hangry.
not eaten. We are both very angry and hungry.
Yes.
Much like I'm sure an Olive Garden waiter or waitress is angry at us two rolling up at closing.
Yeah, that was not right.
Well, no, to be
But
fair,
yes, several times.
we checked before and it technically
Yes.
didn't close for an hour and a half. And we are both very fast eaters.
Yes.
I was like, this is fine. But we did ask her. So
Rephrase, I'm not a fast eater. I'm just a takeout trayer. Like, you can literally bring out my meal in takeout trays, and I'll be like, "Thank you."
mhm. Yeah, exactly. So how did it start where, oh, we were
Um,
so impatient. Olive Garden, now I've never experienced this anywhere. Olive Garden has that thing on the table that you can order your food on. The last time I've been to an Olive Garden has been like probably 8 to 10 years.
same.
Don't think that I said, "Oh my God, we wanted Olive Garden," like we're frequenters of the Olive Garden. I
The
just
last time
been
I was there was sixth grade.
okay. Well, there you go. I just been bamboozled by the commercials and was like, I want it.
Yes.
So you can like order at your table. Nicole's in the middle of talking to me, and I literally just turned to her and I ordered mozzarella sticks.
I'm
It's
like,
like
wow.
I don't know where this waitress is. I don't know how long, but if there is not food in my face soon, I'm literally gonna kill somebody.
That was very scary.
Um,
Yes. But
and
then
go ahead.
our waitress came over.
Yeah.
I loved her, very sweet, very helpful. And she was like, "Hey, oh, I recognize you too. Are you around here often?" And
Hmm.
mind you, I haven't been to Olive Garden, like Olive Garden, suddenly I have an accent, in like
Hmm.
what, 14 years. I've never been to that Olive Garden. So
Right.
I was like, oh, so I looked at you like maybe you're a frequenter, and you were like, ah, and she was like, I swear, like I know yous.
Oh yeah, so she's like, I totally know you guys from somewhere, and I went, oh, I'm sure you saw us around.
That's
And
what I'm saying. It's sassy.
well, here's the thing, and I
Like
do.
I feel like, oh, maybe, like you were like, I'm sure you've seen us around. I was like, "Rawr."
Here's the thing that I fully admit when I am in public, and
Yes.
this is not a good quality trait of mine. And I will tell you all how to break through the code. All you have to do is be like, oh my God, Eric, I love Hello Friends. And then we're totally cool. Just to be clear, somebody ever came up to me and was like, we love your shows. We love any of these things. I would be thrilled to talk, have a conversation, same exact thing. All of those things, I would love it. What I do not like as somebody who talks for a living, like Nicole and I do,
Hmm.
and talks all day. When I finally get my break from talking, the last thing I want to do is talk. So I don't feel that I'm rude, but
I didn't say
I always try and shut down every conversation. Like, no cashier. I don't want to explain to you why I got this flavor of ice cream. I don't know what else is on sale. I don't give a shit if you like my hat. I don't want to talk to you.
what are you, Dr. Seuss?
I don't know. I just
Do
don't
you
want to
like
talk to
my hat?
them. The worst is in a casino. People will just
No,
start
I like
talking to you in a
talking to people.
casino. I will
I
literally be
like
like
talking.
this. Watch. Go ahead. I can't hear you because I took my headphones out. Go ahead and talk to me.
Oh, having fun at the casino?
I'm
What are you
sorry,
doing?
I can't. I'm sorry, I'm on a call. And then I will just leave the headphones in.
Okay, here's the thing. I do get that because I was I used to be that way, like, on the bus, like
Mhm.
in high school. After the school day, I was like, my brain
Yes.
had shut down.
Yep.
I'd put my headphones in. I'd be like, nobody talk to me. Nobody look at me. Nobody flirt with me. I'm looking out the window. Leave me alone. That was my thought process. I
Time
put in my
out.
little headphones and I would, what?
Time out.
What?
I'm assuming that when you say on the bus ride home, it means people that live by you. So is what you're telling me people that lived by you were flirting with you on the bus on the way home?
Maybe. I wouldn't know. Had my headphones in. So, headphones are in. Don't
We'll
bother me.
get
I have all day. However, shut up. However, it's different when I'm a huge Big Brother fan, and I don't know, I wouldn't feel comfortable approaching like somebody that I watched on TV. But stop writing shit down. Put the pen down right now.
And that's going to be a future show, everyone. We'll get to the bottom of that, but not today. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Wait. So it's different when I see somebody approach me and be like, "Oh my gosh, you're Nicole from Big Brother." The way I see it is like, but I'm not anything spectacular. Like, I'm not, oh my gosh, don't talk to me. I'm from Big Brother. Don't look at, like, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I can talk to you. Like, because they want to hear about the show. They want to hear how life is. They want to hear behind the scenes. Like, I like talking about that kind of stuff.
Is the reason you have so many dogs to keep your local neighborhood stalker away from you that used to flirt with you on the bus? Is that why your home is like a prison where you have to go through 30 locked things before you can get to anyone?
I'll just
Something
say my
happened.
family is of a similar nature. My entire family is very.
Uh-huh. We'll get to the bottom of this, but fine, we will move on.
I made
Because
it up. I made it up. I was just using verbs and flirt came out. I didn't mean it.
I don't believe you.
I didn't mean it.
So, look, here's the thing. I'm not a dick in public. I mean, if saying I don't want to talk, and by the way, I feel like that would be rude. For me just to say to somebody, I don't want to talk to you, would be rude. I just shut the conversation down. Like if someone says something to me, like I reply, I feel like I'm friendly,
Yes, but
I just end it.
I would argue. Hello, Sam. Um, I would argue that you
How's-
don't need to Sorry, you don't need to. Wait, you don't need to verbally say, yeah, and then turn like body
I
language
didn't
means
do that.
more. So I know, but I'm just saying, instead of verbally shutting the conversation down, you could be like, "Oh yes, yeah, Big Brother's so weird," and then take a spoonful of soup, and the person realizes, "Oh, she's eating now." So you could do it with like more nonverbal gestures.
I don't know. To me, I find that ruder.
No, and you
Love
could have honestly ate, and she could have spoke to me. I wouldn't have been like, it
Well,
was
that
okay.
I feel like that was directed to me. I see Lovers, Dreamers, and Me says, oops, and now I just lost it because I clicked the wrong thing. She said, I used to work at a call center. Here it is. I used to work at a call center. You don't have to explain the not wanting to chit chat when you have a break to me.
No, but she was so sweet, and she kept on saying, "I don't want to interrupt your meal. I don't want to bother you guys." And I meant what I said when I was like, "Oh no, not at all."
Yeah, and but I mean, I feel away because you said I was sassy, and I thought I was being funny. Like when she was like, "Oh, you guys come here a lot," and I was like, "Oh, I'm sure you've seen us around."
You were sassy funny.
Okay, so
Oh, well,
then
I'm gonna hear about this later. Go ahead.
then Nicole and I, because as you guys know, we're changing a million things, and I can't even get through a meal without also making it about work. So Nicole and I were talking about the website and SEO and search results and stuff like that. And I was like, I wonder what Google sees you as. I've
Which,
never
by
done
the
that.
way, please don't Google me.
Right. So I type in Nicole's name and it
Ugh.
actually pops up this hideous photo of her.
You
And it,
don't. You do not understand. The photos from that post finale party when I am in the sequin jacket I was like a rabid raccoon. I was so out of my element, uncomfortable. My pupils are dilated. I'm like this in every photo, like I'm about to pass out. I hate those pictures with every fiber of my being. And of course, that's my freaking Google picture. So now people Google me like the stalker on the school bus. Oh, how does she look nowadays? Let me look. Ooh. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I'm pretty sure we can have that change. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
we
let's
can
get on that.
submit one that I took that looks so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I want to just sidetrack because I feel like if I do not sidetrack, side note, if I don't say it now, I'm never going to remember.
Okay.
Are you going to, wherever and however finale of Big Brother happens this year, which we don't
Yeah.
know, will you wear your finale outfit? The answer is yes. Okay, moving on. So it said American actor Nicole Anthony, and then add her photo. So I turned to Nicole and I'm like, they have you listed as an actor. And I'm
Thank
like,
you.
that doesn't make any sense to me. And I put the phone down. So then as soon as I'm saying that and putting the phone down, the waitress comes around the corner and
So funny.
go ahead.
And I don't know what she heard or saw, but it was so funny because she goes, "Oh my gosh, like that's actually really funny because you do really look like her." And me and you were like, "What?" And she's like, "The girl from Big Brother, you look so much like her." And side note, you and I, because we're being super rude, had our hoods up because we were freezing.
Yes, it was
It was
freezing.
such
We
a
weren't being
draft where
rude.
we were sitting. So
Yes.
we're all bundled up and she's like, "You look so much like her." And I'm like, "Do I?" And she's like, "Yeah, like so much." And I'm like, "I bet I do." And I guess I was sassy too. I was like, "I bet I do." And then she's like, "Wait." And she like looked
No,
around. Is
I
this kind of
said
like
she
happening right now?
is. Yeah, and I was like, no, it's her. She is. And then the waitress was like, are you guys screwing with me? Is this for real? Blah, blah. And I went, no, it's for real. And
I
thank
took my hood off.
you. I was like, and thank you because now I'm no longer allowed to give her shit for no one noticing her in public with me.
Mm-hmm. And it was funny because I think she thought like the camera crew was gonna pop out, like she was on Punked or something.
Yeah, I
She was
didn't
like,
get that part.
is this happening right now? Is this
She
happening?"
just
And
kept saying, is this
I'm
happening?
like, it's happening. It's me. And I think she was kind of disappointed. I think she was a little bit like, "This is you." Like I was like, "It's me." Surprise.
Okay. Number one, I disagree. She was
Aw,
freaking out saying, is this
aw.
happening? To which I just want to say this to everyone. And, um, I don't know. This is what has helped me. And maybe I've just learned to do it over the years is
Okay.
I just treat all the Big Brother people like I would treat anyone else. Like I
Yes.
don't,
But you've learned that.
but I even think right away I did it. But anyway, if that helps
No,
you,
don't
just
you think myself now interviewing people is different than me when we got to
yes.
circle people back in January?
Yes,
Like I
100%.
would bug out.
Yeah. No, yes. So sure. So I guess you do learn it. My point just is it's like I think I feel like I'm calming them down or being funny and calming them down, but I'm really not. Because when she was like, "Oh my God, is this really happening?" And I'd be like, "Unfortunately for you."
That's what I'm saying. You're sassy. You have to understand. I get your humor. Everybody listening right now gets your humor. So I think the waitress was like, "Oh, like
No, I'm
he's like
sorry.
not having her right now."
No, we left out the very important part of the story that happened during our first interaction, which is why I knew I was allowed to be sassy with the waitress.
True. Touche.
She said to me, "What would you like?" And I told her what I wanted. And I said, "Can I please have the blah, blah, whatever?" And she went, "No." And then she turned to Nicole and asked Nicole her order. So that was the tone that she set, the waitress, which
No,
P.S.
she didn't say mean. She was like,
No,
"No,
she
I
didn't.
can't get to you."
No, she was my people. I understood
Yes,
her in that
yes.
moment. And I was like, oh, we have the same sense of humor. That is exactly what I used to do when I was a waiter. I totally get you now. We are allowed to joke around and be sarcastic with each
True.
other.
Touche. I didn't acknowledge that. That is very valid. But
Hmm.
long story short, absolutely adored her. I think she made the experience at Olive Garden what it was. Because, like I said, I hadn't been there. I only been there once before when I was like early teens. So I really enjoyed it. And then she came out and her mama was on the phone. So I got to
Yeah.
talk to her mama.
Well, first she came out and said, this sucks. And we're like, what? And she goes, nobody else in this restaurant watches Big Brother except me. And I went, you and most of the outside world right now. But yeah. And so then she like walks away. She comes back again. And then, yes, she had her mom on the phone on speaker. It wasn't even like, oh, would you mind if I called my mom? She's like, hey, on speakerphone. She wants to talk to you. And then
And I
there's
was like,
me. And then there was me where I was like, well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself. Because your mom doesn't
no,
want to say hi to me. So I guess I'll just record this for Instagram later so we have content.
I'm sorry.
It's
I
fine.
never know how you want me to introduce you because
Your
I said
lover.
I oh, I will. I used to say co-host in the Big Brother house, and I got such shit for it because you could make a segment on the amount of times I said my co-host, my co-host, my co-host. But if I say Eric, like what happened with me and Chris was, oh, we can make a whole podcast about this too. Chris was like, oh, is he your boyfriend? And I was like, no.
Fiance, she said.
Wow,
What
she really was stepping up.
what we can do a whole podcast on is how it screws with my mind. Like, I always have to remember, I for the past year, which is weird, I no longer see you as Nicole, the Big Brother player. I see you as like Nicole that I do shows with, and it's Hello Friends, and it's our shows, and it's blah, 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 blah. So I just see us together like that. And yes, I get that you went on to do Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was almost like okay, so now I'm holding down the fort, but everything is still ours. But then you came back out of Big Brother, but now every time somebody will stop you or will
Mm-hmm.
get the email to do the show, there's like that half split second where I'm just like, wow, people really don't care about me. And then I'll
No, it
go,
has
oh,
nothing to
wait a
do with that.
minute. It's because of Big Brother. But no, I'm just saying it's how my mind goes. It like forgets that when you weren't here, you were doing Big Brother.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you to me, you're no longer a Long Island guy,
Uh-huh.
but like you're Eric. But the thing is, if I'm talking to people in passing, even in the Big Brother house, I didn't want to always be like, oh, Eric, 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 because that sounds like
Well, everyone in that house
my
knows
boyfriend or
me.
my lover.
Yeah, but
No,
everyone
but
in
you
that
don't
house
understand. That's
knows me.
true. But I just felt like America would be like, oh, Eric must be like her boyfriend or lover. And I want to have my chance with the flirty guy on the bus. So I need to be very careful and make sure I say co-host.
I believe me.
Because even partner, I can't say partner.
There was like one hot second where I almost put in the form to cut the feeds because of how much you said co-host and Eric, and I was just done. There was really a moment because you said it so much, but then every time you said it, it was just everybody had something to say. Not everybody, but a lot of people had something to say.
With the exception of my eviction speech, where I obviously literally said, go to hellofriendspod.com. Obviously, that was on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, that's just conversational. If people are asking me about my life,
yeah,
I am not at the preschool currently. I am not getting a degree currently. This is my life. So, like, when people are like, oh, Nicole, what are you up to? My podcast, my shows, Eric, my podcast. Like, that's my life.
Right. I think people forgot that, like, literally before this started, we were all quarantined for months.
Yeah.
So it was like, and you just finished playing last season. So you, like, got out of last season. You did Christmas. I don't mean the person, I mean the holiday. So you got
Okay.
out of the show, you celebrated the holiday of Christmas, and
hmm
then literally TV Co put us together to cover The Circle
Yeah,
January 1st.
exactly. So when I'm going into this new season,
Yeah,
and obviously they ask you, how has your life changed since last season? Somebody like Keisha, it's been years. Somebody like Janelle, it's been years. Somebody, even you could argue like Ian, it's been a fair amount of years. So for me, it was like, well, you guys just saw me 8 months ago, and there was a pandemic in the middle. So the change is the podcast.
podcast. No, I know. I think people didn't get that. I think a lot of people are like, God, why doesn't she talk about anything else? I'm like, oh, guys, I don't think you know this has been our lives 24/7, and that's the only thing different. But whatever. Anyway,
And no offense, what other stories did I have? Even last season, I couldn't talk about the preschool because of confidentiality. And then other stories I have are about castmates. And as my
right.
castmates know, I don't do people like that. I'm like, guess what happened between blah, blah, and blah. So, that's my life right now is the Big Brother realm, and I don't out people's bullshit and stories, so I couldn't talk about any of that. So just
However,
like, podcast Eric.
and here's a great segue for this. So this was my only suspicion with the waitress. So I turn
Okay.
to the waitress and say, because I could tell, like, Nicole wanted to eat. So I was like, okay, I will take over this conversation so that Nicole can start eating. So I turn to the waitress and I go, so who do you want to know about? And she's like, huh? And I was like, anybody, tell me, anybody, I'll tell you the dirt. Who do you want to know? Like, if me, Eric, and wasn't involved in this world and was still the hugest Big Brother fan that I was that made me start
Yeah.
all of this, I
Cool.
would have probably died for
Yep.
somebody sitting at my table who was on Big Brother and the person they were with being like, I'll tell you whatever you want, go. And she was just kind of like, I can't think of any questions. So then I said, okay, who's your favorite Big Brother player?
Yeah.
If I like them, I'll tell you something good about them. If I don't like them, I'll tell you something bad. And she goes, I can't think of one.
You know what it is though? I think it's like one of those things also, like you put her on the spot.
Well, here's what I'll say. So
Because
this,
long story short, she did recognize me. So it could very well be that her mom is the huge fan.
yeah,
She knows me in passing,
no,
and she
she's a
was,
fan. She's a fan because then here's the thing. So this is the roller coaster of the conversation. So now I was convinced that she really didn't know Big Brother and she was another you're famous blah blah blah, blah whatever I want. What okay, or her mom knows, like you said. But then she said to me in the same conversation, so it's not like she had to walk away and anybody told her. She
Yep.
goes, "Oh, wait a minute." What happened preseason with Nicole Frenzel
Oh,
and Derek having a fight because he exposed her,
yeah.
and that pulled me back in. I was like, "Oh, so you are a fan?" And she's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Do you watch the live feeds?" And she's like, "I watch the live feeds more when I'm a player when I like the players."
Yeah.
And then she said, "The reason I don't have she's like the reason I don't have a favorite really player is." I love the game. She's like,
hmm
I don't care who they put in there. I love the game. Which I
And
was
then she
like,
was talking about how she likes people that are nice and play with heart and are like genuine
correct.
people, not there for like influencing and not there to be nasty. So I think she was more so like the type of viewer that's like, oh, Nicole's sweet, I like her. And like
Right.
Zizi Wyeth in the TV coach chat is saying she was probably nice and didn't feel the need to get the dirt. And I agree with that. She's like, you could tell she's a very like sweet
No,
person, kind of like me, where it's like, oh, I don't want to ask that.
she was very nice, very sweet. Although Nate over in Facebook agrees with me and says, yeah, but if she was a fan, she would have at least been able to come up with somebody. Look,
Me.
I do truly believe, based on how she like she was shaking in the beginning. Like, is
Yes.
this real?
Yes.
Like, I really think she was. And again, people, I do not know why. It's just Nicole.
Other way.
Just Nicole. Spend 10 minutes with her. She will annoy you with hugs. She will ask you 100 questions. And you'll be like, I'm over this. No. So,
Or like Nemo said, maybe her favorite is someone who was against me or voted me out. Or, maybe she's like, ooh, I'm not going to bring up the fact that Memphis is my all-time favorite. You don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Well, she was super sweet. She was amazing. She kept saying she want to bother us. We kept asking her, do you need us to leave? Like, we can pay right now so you can go. Here is my only complaint over the entire experience and what led us down the road of this story.
Yes, here we go. Wrap it up.
The Zeppelis.
I thought the Zeppels, I can't say it.
The Zeppelis.
Zeppelis.
First of all, it's fried pizza dough and it puffs out. Or it's like a beignet, for those of you that know what beignets are. So it's supposed to be like
I know puffy... what beignet is. Don't act like I'm not cultured.
I'm talking to the people watching if they don't know what...
Don't act like they're not cultured. They know what beignets are.
Okay.
I know Kanye.
Yeah, I know Kanye. So it's supposed to be this fluffy, almost like a warm donut, but a little bit chewier that you then dunk. It's like then has powdered sugar on it, and you dump it in like strawberry, vanilla ice cream, chocolate sauce, blah, 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 blah. So I specifically said to her, we know that it's the end of the night. Like, I don't want you to have to make it. I don't want you to have to worry about it. So, like, if it don't, like, whatever. I gave her every out. And she's like, no. She's like, no, 100%. We'll do it. We have it. We're ready. I'm not doing anything. Totally fine. So she comes back like 10 minutes later.
With the most delicious fried pieces of dough, marinated in sugar with chocolate sauce.
Okay, everyone. So what we were brought back was a deep fried pita pocket with a ton of powdered sugar on it. And here's the thing. She literally put it down on the table and said, do not worry, we are not charging you for this.
She did. She did say that.
She literally put it on the table and went, don't worry, we're not charging you for this.
Exactly. So we got free fried dough.
Oh it was a pita.
I literally, right now, if you said, Nicole, we're going to Olive Garden just to get those, I'd go.
That's because it was covered in powdered sugar and you're a sugar addict.
Nicole, no, that's not true.
Oh my God.
You don't know me. Keep my name out your mouth.
First of all,
don't call me an addict. No.
Nicole was like wiping the plate like with her finger, like.
No, that's so inappropriate.
It is what we're doing. You had the powdered sugar all over you, and you were like licking it off your fingers. It was getting on your face. 100%.
No.
Because a pita is not meant to be a zeppeli.
Oh, but it was good.
All right, look, Nicole loved it. I thought it was so gross because it, again, was a pita that was then put in a fryer and then had powdered sugar put on it.
I know. Give me fried carbs covered in sugar with chocolate sauce, and I'm sold.
I did not like it. I
don't
ate
care
one.
If it's flat, big, puffy, skinny, delicious.
No. So I ate one to be polite because now I felt bad that the waitress did this for us.
Do you know what I did?
What?
Because you had one. And I already had two. And I was like, oh gosh, is this bad? And then when you went to the bathroom, I ate another one.
Yes. Oh, believe me.
I am aware. The sugar on it.
No, Courtney says it was free, so Eric ate it. No, literally, I took one bite and I was like, oh, swallow this. And then I was like, okay, I need to eat this because I don't want to be rude. I'm sure she knows how many pieces were here when she brought it over. And then I had to run to the bathroom and dry heave. Then the waitress comes back over and I say to her, I'm so sorry, but can we have a to-go thing because Nicole needs to bring this home with her. So she brings back the thing. Nicole literally lifts up the plate, dumps these pieces of pita into the thing.
No, and then, I placed them nicely.
Okay, you're right. You placed them nicely. You know how powdered sugar gets sticky a little bit on the plate? Nicole is scraping the powdered sugar off the plate. It falls down into a thing of powdered smoke. And I'm just This is ridiculous, and I cannot even believe that you're okay. So then we go outside with her, and I said, okay, we have to take a socially distanced picture. I was like, oh, I will allow mask removal. However, everyone is going to remain all the way apart. You are both going to inhale. You are going to hold your breath. You are going to slide together, but not too close together, not touching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will take the picture and you can separate to breathe. So I feel I very well directed that photo.
Yes, you did. You did.
So they took that photo, and then we get in the car. Now, here's the thing.
But, okay, good.
You could, no, go ahead. What do you want to say about that?
I wanted to ask a side note. What do you think, what do you think she thought our relation to each other was?
I specifically, this is where you failed, and I've been waiting to tell you this in the podcast. You need to be better about promoting our stuff in these situations. I was the one to tell her, we do a podcast together. It's called Hello Friends. I see you holding your phone right there. You can probably download it very easily. We're co-hosts. We do podcasts together.
Wow. Okay. I need to learn that. I feel very awkward, pushing myself on people.
We need like a business card, I think would make it easier. But anyway. So okay, so yes. Great. Now, we get in the car. Here's the difference with Nicole being, over the hill of the 20s.
I'm not over the hill. I guess I am.
I consider 25.
I think going downhill.
I feel like 25 is the top of the hill and you're going down.
Yeah. Well, I felt that way too.
Would you prefer late 20s better? Here's my point. I feel like
gosh, I'm entering my late 20s.
Yes, I'm aware. So, this is the difference between late 20s
did that happen?
And 40.
Wow, that's wow. Oh my God, I'm going through a quarter-life crisis right in this moment. Y'all are experiencing it. I'm 25. I'm going to be 26 in like a month. Oh God! Oh God! Okay, again, I'm ready.
It's just a number.
Says the man that's married. But go ahead.
Okay, so, here's the... What?
Did you just hiss at me?
No, I was gonna say, and I wish I wasn't. No, everybody wants what they don't have. No, I love hubs. You just don't need to be married to be fulfilled, is my point. And when you get married, you don't need to have a kid in order to be fulfilled.
But I want little... Could you imagine mini-me's running around? Oh, boy.
No, I can't, and don't do it. Jesus. I just imagine, like, a bunch of little things running at me, like, I have a question! 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 Question!
Oh, God, you mean Uncle Eric? Oh, my God.
Oh, no, I would kick them. I would literally kick them. I would have a spray bottle, and I would spray it at them.
Spray my children.
You're right, I wouldn't kick them, because that would probably leave a mark, but the spray bottle, I will spray. They will know when they come running. Oh, I will have a little squirt gun in my sleeve. They'll be like, Uncle Eric, and I'll be like, and then you'll be like, what did you just do? I'll be like, I'm all the way over here. Your kid has problems, being super dramatic like mommy. Gotta plan that out ahead of time. Anyway, my point is,
don't tell me, Mom. Go ahead.
I didn't. Your kid did. So you don't need to be married to be fulfilled, nor do you need to have a child to be fulfilled. You can just be strong, independent woman, however you are, in whatever situation you are in life right now. You are good enough.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, here's the difference between Nicole and I. I've been working all day, and you just gave me a big meal of carbohydrates and pasta, and then you topped it off with a wretched pita sugar chip. I just want to go to sleep. Unfortunately, Nicole, I did not realize, like the gremlins, you cannot give Nicole sugar. She turns into a different person. That's why there's always sugar. I have never seen this side of Nicole. I really hope you save that Instagram story. So this was Nicole. We have now left. We are walking towards the car in the park. We're just walking towards the car. Ready? Without exaggeration, this is Nicole. So what are we going to do now? Do you think that we should do a show? We can record a TikTok. Do you want to go drive on the other side of the parking lot? We can record a TikTok. Or you know what? We can do a Hello Friends. Do you want to do a Hello Friends now? We should take some photos. We can take some promo photos. Why don't we take promo photos right here? Do you want to do an Instagram? Do you want me to put on the radio? What song should we do? Should we sing a song? Let's sing a song together. I'm like, you need to calm down and get in the car. She gets in the car. So now we're both sitting in the car. I put my seatbelt on. She goes, radio, let's put on a song. Let's put on a song. I don't know what song. We got to sing to a song. I want to sing this song on my TikTok. And then she literally goes and just starts screaming powdered sugar. I'm not kidding. I was actually scared. I was like,
I think I scared myself.
I was like, you're not doing this. Like, we're not filming and you're being really weird. Like, I would be like, oh, filming Nicole? That's normal. Okay, I could see Nicole doing that to be funny. But we're not filming. Nicole is literally in the seat going, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening right now? She's like, where do you want to go? Do you want to go back to your house? Do you want to go back to your house? I'm my bag. My bag is in the car. We can go back to your house so we can work more. We can work more back at your house. I was like, I am bringing you home. And literally, there was one point where I seriously considered just reaching over, opening the door, and pushing her out and be like, tuck and roll. Tuck and roll.
That's so mean.
I was just like, yeah, I was.
No, but then I got home. I was still hyper. My sisters were both asleep. My dad was downstairs. My mom woke up. So then I bothered my mom for a little bit.
Well,
she was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, oh my God, there was a lot of sugar. And I dipped it in chocolate.
Oh my God.
And then I literally laid on my bed out.
Oh, well, then here was the other part of that, as people know who might be listening. So then I messaged Nicole and I said, oh, I forgot I was going to do a hangout show when I get home.
Yes. Yes.
Do you want me to do one and then you can do your hangout show after? And Nicole is like, that's great. Great plan. Let's do that. So I'm like, okay, I will go live first then. So I go live and I'm 45 minutes into being live. And then Nicole comes into chat and goes, I'm in bed and I'm passing out. Night.
No, like when I tell you, those 45 minutes, I was zipping around my house. And I said, let me see what Eric's doing. And I laid on my bed. And that was it. It's comatose.
That's bad, though. That is bad.
Why is that bad?
You might have diabetes.
That's not funny. I do not have diabetes.
I didn't say it was funny. That's why I said that's bad. You should not crash that hard from powdered sugar.
I had a lot.
That's little compared to the amount of sugar I've seen you eat. Kind of like how she was at my house before and she, brings her snack bag with her and she whips out her brownies and her bags of Doritos. And then
but here's the thing.
No.
I feel the need to defend myself right now.
Okay, go ahead.
So it wasn't like you and I went to Olive Garden and I just snorted the sugar. I had soup. I had tortellini stuffed cheeses. I had mozzarella sticks. I had a drink, which was also sugar. And I guess it was bad. But I balance out. I don't just eat sugar.
What is the last vegetable you've eaten?
Just 2 hours ago for dinner.
Which was?
Acorn squash.
Sugar.
My mom cuts them in half, and she puts brown sugar on top of them.
And shocker.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so what I heard is you ate sugar starch vegetable, and you put more sugar on it.
I also had corn.
I have to say that is
my
favorite, though.
Listen to me for a second. I had chicken, acorn squash, corn, And there was something else, and I can't remember what it was now.
Okay, corn is also that. Look, I'm not trying to judge you. All I'm saying is
I'm feeling very judged right now.
I feel like you think you balance it out. All you eat is sugar and carbohydrates. But ditto, me too.
And I need to gain weight, so I'm doing my best.
No, if you're trying to gain weight, then you're doing great. So here's the other part of this story.
Now that you judge me so hard.
Nicole whips out this brownie, and it's my favorite brownie. It's the pumpkin brownies from Little Debbie's. To which she goes, "Do you want the brownie?" To which I say, "Yes, in a little while." This is way earlier in a little while. Okay, everyone, in a little while. So I want to just ask all of the chats everywhere this, okay? Here's the scene. Nicole and I are sitting in the backyard. She at a table. She says to me, "Would you like this brownie?" I say, "Not right now. I'll have it in a little while, though. Thank you. It's my favorite brownie." If you were Nicole, what would you do with the brownie at that moment? I'm going to remove eat it off the table. We all get the joke of they would eat it. She did not eat it. What do you feel that Nicole should have done with the brownie at that point? J. King says I would have saved it for Eric. Lori says I would have put it aside.
That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. Go ahead. Go ahead. What are you claiming right now?
So then when it is time to leave for the Olive Garden, I say to Nicole as she's leaving my house with her bag, "Hey, where did you put the brownie?" "Oh, it's in my bag." So you were never going to give me the brownie.
No.
You literally took the brownie back. You did not leave it at the table we were sitting at. You then proceeded into my kitchen, left it nowhere in my kitchen. You did not leave it on the table where your bag was. You did not bring it down here into the studio and leave it anywhere. You put it back in your bag because you never intended to give me the brownie.
I did intend to give it to you. I was outside eating my snacks. The Little Debbie pumpkin was out there with me. You said, "I want it." I said, "Yes." And you said, "Yeah, later." Yeah. I'm not going to leave the brownie outside because that in my household is a no-no. If you're not outside, you don't leave food outside.
Okay, I agree with that.
It inside. I didn't want to just leave it on your counter because
then I might eat it.
No. I was afraid if Hubs came home and ate it, then you'd come to me and be like, "Where's my brownie?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I only brought one and Hubs ate it." So I put it with my other snacks where I know I would find it. And this way, if we remembered in the car, I would be like, "Guess what? Still got it."
I feel like you had a long time to work out this story because I would have been annoyed about it for days.
If there's one thing being on Big Brother taught me this past season, I know my truth. And whether you care to believe me or not, I know what my intentions were. And they were not to keep the brownie from you. They were to protect said brownie. And I know that because that is my truth.
All right. I believe you when you say you wanted to, because I will say Hubs has eaten my thing that you've brought over for me before. So I will believe you.
So I wanted to protect it. I kept it in my snack area.
And then I was just going to say, and then if conveniently you forgot to tell me, bonus for you, you have a brownie.
No, I would have brought it back next time.
You could have stuck it in a drawer. Could have made it like a hot and cold game. You could have called me on FaceTime and like, "You're hot. You're getting hotter. You're cold. You're cold.
One thing's for sure, I'm not going to call you on FaceTime and tell you you're hot.
Okay. Nobody does. So.
Likewise.
So, all of that.
I didn't realize the brownie was an issue. Like, woo!
The brownie was an issue because I feel like you did not, I feel like you would never give me the issue. Giving me the brownie. But Nicole, here's the other issue.
What? And yes, for those asking, he did get the brownie.
Yes, I got the brownie. You're damn right I got the brownie.
Because you asked and I said, yeah, I'll give it to you in the car. It's in my bag. And you huffed and puffed. And I was like, oh, dear God, he thinks I'm
Oh,
stealing the brownie. So
yeah.
I
Oh,
unzipped my bag. I took the brownie out. I said, here, take thy brownie and
and
eat it, thy brownie. This is
oh,
my
yeah.
body.
I did not let her step out of my house. I went, no, you'll unzip the bag now and give me the brownie because I don't believe that you're going to give it to me in the car.
I
And then
would
what
have.
it and then what did I do when you unzipped your snack bag?
You took said brownie, which I know a lot of people, it sounds like it's a sketchy brownie. It's just a little Debbie
No,
package pumpkin right
no,
from the super because
you just
the brownie. But you took the brownie
mhm.
and then you took my Doritos.
Yes, and then I took the bag of, and I went, and I'm going to take this bag of Doritos as punishment. And no, everyone, this isn't code for drugs. This is just Eric has a food problem.
This is literally a little Debbie brownie and a snack bag of Doritos. This is what we're fighting over right now.
I like to eat my feelings, and I don't know what it is about this little Debbie brownie, which I can't find anywhere. It's the normal little Debbie brownie, but it's shaped like a no, it's the normal rectangle, but
Somewhat.
then it has this orange icing on the top, and then it's cut out like a jack-o'-lantern. I don't know what the icing is. Normally, I don't like any topping of any sort when I want a brownie. I want a plain brownie. Don't put marshmallow, peanut
Little
butter.
Debbie. I cannot wait for Christmas time when they release the Christmas tree ones. Those are the best Little Debbie brownies. Woo!
You keep saying that. I don't think I'm a fan. Anyway, that is why I was psycho about this brownie. But here's the other problem, Nicole.
And they were nacho Doritos, not Cool Ranch, for those asking. They were my favorite, the red nacho cheese.
It works both ways.
What?
You said those are nacho cheese Doritos. And I took them anyway. But look, Nicole, here's the serious problem. As I think we knew would happen.
Yeah.
We're already over an hour of this show. We didn't even talk about what we set out to talk about.
I know, we lied. We're just a bunch of liars.
Here's the thing. Here's what I would like to say about National Coming Out Day. I'm saying we can still talk. I have all the time in the world. I'm just letting you know.
Yes.
In case it is people who came here for whatever reason, if they came because they wanted to hear my coming out story or you to talk about the mental.
Here's the thing. I don't want you to have to rush it or shove it at the end of this show.
I can tell you I'm not going to tell it. I'm not going to tell it for several reasons. One, it's a very long story. And B, it's not a happy story. So I feel like we're having a great show. So I don't want to tell it. But here's what I do want to say is it is National Coming Out Day or it's almost over. But here is the comment that I will make on National Coming Out Day. You should come out. If you are somebody watching this, you should come out when you feel ready. You should not feel pressured to come out. You should not feel like you have to come out because it is National Coming Out Day. You are allowed to do it in your time when you feel ready. And if you need help or you need assistance or you need guidance, do not call Nicole. She's not going to advise. But there are actual hotlines out there. There are actual hotlines out there that will help you if you have and your family has not taken it well or you're concerned. There are places out there that will help you 100%.
That goes to the flip side of it as well. If you're somebody who is ready to come out, but you feel as though you can't because of family members or a sibling or like a friend or whatever, those places will provide you with resources as well.
Yep. So if you need any of those resources or you can find them, 100% tweet the Hello Friends Twitter account. I'm sure it will be it is sarcastic. The Hello Friends social medias are the podcast gets nasty sometimes. However,
the podcast gets a little sassy.
This podcast gets sassy, but I know the podcast is also helpful, so I'm sure if you need a link or information, you can ask the podcast on social media and they will tell you. I see Rod Carson. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. So I'm just going to say hi, Rod Carson.
Also, I want to do a shout out to any and everybody who DM'd me today, thanking us for the support and the love. To those of you, if you're listening, who reached out and told me that you did come out today to family members. I commend you.
Oh.
That was an amazing message that I received. So stuff like that made me smile. So know that you are loved, especially by these two right here.
Yay. Why does nobody come out? I went in New Jersey girl and Lindsay, like we're in a group message, and Lindsay actually did a 16-hour show. And New Jersey girl messaged me and she said, Eric, guess what? And she was messaging me to tell me Lindsay just ended her show at like 4 p.m. But she goes, Eric, guess what? And I said, are you coming out? It's National Coming Out Day. And she was like, no, Lindsay just did a 16-hour stream and ended it. She has a problem. And I was like, nobody comes out to me. And then Lindsay was like, she goes, oh, I'm straight. There, I came out to you. And I went, that's not good. If either of you cared, you would give me a good coming out story for the podcast later. And I was like, I guess this'll do.
Oh, that's nice. At least that's something, right?
They came out as straight. Does it count?
It does count.
Whatever.
I think. But yeah, I was amazed that when I got a DM from somebody.
That's very sweet that people trust
yes,
you. Like
I always admired I admire her even more now.
Oh, I absolutely love it. I love it, love it, love it. I heard of a campaign where rather than asking someone to come out, you could invite them in, says Jackie Knows on YouTube. I do like that a lot.
Invite them. Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
That's really sweet. I love that.
Now,
Damn.
Now, the other thing is it was also just the World Mental Health Awareness Day yesterday.
Yes.
Now, I have a confession to make.
Sure.
I did not watch your video about it. But because I knew we were going to do this podcast, and
yes.
I wanted to let you speak about it now. And then if people want more information, obviously they can go back and watch your videos. But what was the point of, like, what did you speak about? Or what was the message that you were putting out when you were putting out your videos yesterday for that?
So a little bit of the backstory, Zach Rance from Big Brother reached out to me. Obviously, he's big on mental health, and he explained that they were having a mental health event coming up, and if I could please speak at the event. And you know how passionate both of us are about it. And it was during our live broadcast. So I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do it, but I have work. So we came up with the middle ground of, I'll record a video to submit, to show during that event. And after the event, I'm like, no, I really am proud of this video. It's kind of short, but it is my truth. So I posted it. And what it is me speaking. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but it's me speaking about my anxiety and what that tends to look like. Obviously there's other caveats of it, but I gave the two types of my anxiety that tend to come out the most. So I explained those, and I explained some of the tactics that help me. And I was very open that I am starting therapy. I was open about some of the tactics that I was already given by a therapist to start coping with my anxiety. And that's why I look forward to us doing a show solely devoted to that, because that is a heavy topic.
Yeah, no,
but
we
solely
will.
Devoted to that, and how specific examples and instances and how I've coped with it and whatnot. And it was just me being open and honest. And the main point of it is hopefully to inspire everybody to be oh wow, I have anxieties as well. I can be open about that. It's okay to not be okay. Let's end the stigma of, I can't talk about not being mentally in a good space right now. I can't talk about going to therapy, because it tends to be embarrassing. I know even from myself, I would say it's really Big Brother and talking in front of cameras 24/7. Yeah. And being viewed by cameras 24/7 that made me you know what? I need to be open with my journey. Otherwise it's not going to make sense.
What were your two, you said two ways that anxiety shows up for you. What were the two ways?
Yes. So I explained that my main one is self-depreciating. So whether it be a new assignment or entering a new group of people, I right away Like, I'll be like, I can't write this essay. I'm stupid. I can't do this assignment. I'm not gonna be able to figure it out. I'm dumb. There's no way I can figure this out. And then social situations, I tend to be like, they're not gonna like me. I'm weird. I can't talk to them. So right away, I
Okay.
self-depreciate. And then I also explained how sometimes it could be subconscious. So like I think I'm fine and I'm in
Mhm.
an environment and I'm like, oh, I'm rocking and rolling. And then I start acting weird. And I'm like, why am I trembling? Or why am I acting? I call it bizarre. Like, why am I acting bizarre? And then I realize like, oh, I'm going through like an anxiety attack right now. And I need to take a step back and like ground myself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So then you talked more about like coping skills and what you do. And I have had a lot of people message me and say, that your video was a big hit. I even see
Oh,
Jackie says Nicole's video was a hit at the Zach Brand Zoom call. Several people have messaged me and said, "Tell Nicole we love her, love
I love
her,
that.
love the video that she did." To which my reply is always the same:
Which is
"I'm not her secretary. Could
and that's the thing, like
literally message her."
there is more to it. There's so many different like experiences and examples and coping. But in that 5-minute window, I want to talk about the most general, but I would love to like on a podcast talk about, and I know we spoke about specifically BB22, what happened to me in that environment, but I would like to talk about more of the
Right.
physical feelings of anxiety and the mental feelings of anxiety and how it hits, when it hits, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we have to do that. I mean, we are now, for many of you that don't know, obviously, we are bringing Hello Friends back 5 days a week. We just can't bring it back until Big Brother is over because we're already doing 5 Big Brother shows a week. And
Yes.
it's a lot harder to, like, if this was just a normal show that was on once a week, we'd have no problem doing Hello Friends. But as you all know, we have to keep up with feeds and 3 shows a week and the exit interviews and it's just too crazy. So we try and do Hello Friend shows on the weekends for now until Big Brother is over, and then we will be bringing it back 5 days a week.
Yes.
However, are we allowed? Did we confirm the date and time of our people for this coming up weekend yet, or no?
We have not. So
Okay.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I will just
Just
say,
know that we have some amazing guests coming our way, and I'm so
can I
excited.
give 2 hints?
Okay.
Here are the one hint is gay icon. Oh, actually, that could apply to both, but the one I'm thinking about, gay icon, and the other one,
Okay.
Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
Is that a good hint?
Yes.
Those are our hints. So we're gonna have good Hello Friends, but I can't wait to just do more shows like this. I mean,
Oh,
obvious. What?
and this is solidified, so I think I can share this
What?
for one of our
Oh,
upcoming Big Brother
Thursday.
coverage shows. Can
Is
I
it?
share?
Is it this Thursday or next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Oh yeah, no, share it. People will love that.
So next Thursday, Matt Iceman is joining us to talk about Big Brother. He's ready to go. He wants to talk about the season, his thoughts on everything. So he's really excited to talk about the season as a whole. So and that's what's nice about having guests on the show is you can watch it back because it's not just a recap of the episode.
Right.
It's also that person's feelings about Big Brother in general, their season in general, All Stars in general. So that's why if you listen to like the Bobby Moynihan BB recap show or the Lydia recap show, it's a lot more than just that episode. There's like so much more going on.
Yeah, I like when they come on to talk Big Brother. I like when we have them on Hello Friends because then obviously we can talk about everything. But yes, yes, Matt Iceman is coming on. It's not a Hello Friends podcast. It will literally be our Big Brother recap show. It'll be after the which is going to be the final four. So we'll be talking to him, right? For final four. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's going to be a good
intense
show.
episode.
So we'll be Final Four immediately after the episode ends. Nicole and I will be live wherever you're watching this
Yes,
with Matt Iceman to talk about Final Four. So that will be a lot of fun. Now, Nicole, because we
yes,
are
Eric.
doing these live, and this is the other thing. So you guys are going to have to give us your feedback on this. Here is our question. When Big Brother is over, there really isn't any other new reality TV happening until January.
Mm-hmm.
So Nicole and I were very much going to focus on Flow Friends content and
And
the 5 shows a week and all of that. Now, here's my question. Do you guys like it like this, where you're getting the video version and then there's also the podcast version after? Like, is this a good way? Do you guys like this format if we do it this way? Just leave it in the comments wherever you are watching this show. So, but then I'm afraid people are not going to show the podcast love anymore then, although we do get thousands of downloads on the podcast.
We do.
And I don't think that they would stop, but just promise us that if we do video, you'll still download on the podcast
Yes,
too, and then we'll be okay. But anyway, so because we are doing it in this format, normally it is just Nicole and I talking for the podcast shows, and then we end it. But we do have people here that have been watching with us live, Nicole. So I thought I would take a few questions, or we could answer a few questions. But I actually have. I actually have a question from Eric first. So you guys start putting your questions in the chats. I have a question from Eric at Reality Recaps first.
Okay.
So remember how we broadcasted live everywhere?
Yeah.
And we're doing like TV Co. and You Now, and I have all these chats in front of me, and it's been 1 day since we did a show, and I have no short-term memory, so it's like it all leaves my brain. And it's our first Hello Friends together, you and me.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
You forgot to hit record?
Yup. But here's the greatest thing now, everybody. I can get the show from Facebook, from YouTube, from TV Go, from You Now, I have like 7 places to get it from. It's no problem. I just don't have my version on my end. I'll get it from YouTube later. That's the best part of this. Now, look, people, there have been like 3 times in the past where I have forgotten to hit record. And if we're not live, the show is just womp womp.
Womp womp.
Look, everyone, before you judge me, it's not easy being the...
Like, I need a second to like decompress. Like, my stomach was in my throat. I thought like something bad was happening.
No, I would just like to tell the people it's not easy to be like the producer, the technician, the chat. It's not easy to be the technical producer person. And up here, sometimes you forget to press a button.
Will this be available in audio form?
Of course.
Of course, the Hello Friends podcast is available on all your favorite podcast providers, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher.
Look at you. Sergeant Sparkle on Twitch says, Eric, you forgot to record a couple days ago. Nobody asked you, Sergeant Sparkle. Okay,
Sergeant Sparkle's onto you.
So, you obviously you do the TV Co questions, but
I have a question already.
Okay, then I have mine pulled up on the screen. I know you can't see it, but hold yours for 1 second. It's, would either of you do Amazing Race and team up? And are you going to watch the new season of Amazing Race? I'll just say I have sworn off Amazing Races. I really don't like the show or to cover it, so I have no plan to. And no, I would not do it. I'm terrified of everything. Nicole?
Why would you not do it with me?
They asked John and I to do it, and it caused a little tiff in our friendship years ago because they did ask us to do it, and I said no. It was the podcaster. Look, I couldn't get on a plane. I was on a plane and had a panic attack and literally
I told you what I would do. We would sedate you prior to getting on the plane.
You can't sedate me on 50 plane rides.
Yes, I can.
No,
Watch me.
you wouldn't. Go ahead.
So, the other question from Annie over the TV clap, would you cover The Bachelorette? And my answer for that is, I live The Bachelorette. This girl. Gotta worry about this girl. That was funny. Come on. I had that joke prepared.
I was confused because when you say you live The Bachelorette, I feel like that means there are guys offering you roses and blah, 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 and all of those things.
Maybe there are.
Oh, are these the imaginary people on the bus? When are we going to do the dating show with Amor?
Excuse me, I had something in both my eyes. What'd you say?
I don't know. I don't know why I just said that out loud. Stay tuned. There's lots of surprises coming in the future.
That was a hiccup. Okay, look for other questions.
Okay, I have lots of questions. Which season did they ask you to do it? The social media one. The social media, whatever the one was that had Tyler Oakley. I don't know what's wrong with me. Tyler Oakley and those other people on it. Eric, Jermaine King says, Eric, did you tell Nicole about the Mike Boogie dream that I told you about on Twitter? I did. I remember she was sitting right next to me, and I remember I read the whole entire thing to her. I just don't remember what it said, but I remember.
I do remember it, and I told it to both my sisters. We had a good laugh.
Oh, what was it about again?
It was about how, like, it was a game show, Love Island mashup, and me and Mike Boogie were a showmance, and at the end of the show, he had to decide whether he wanted to take the money or return to the island with me, and he chose me.
He also threatens to kidnap children at gunpoint, so I don't know if you want to be blushing.
I'm not blushing. Listen, I'll take what I can get. No, I'm just kidding. That's not funny. That's not funny. That wasn't funny. I didn't mean that. I was just kidding.
That is not
just a joke. I was just joking.
Isaac Sanoquist says, hey, you're both hilarious and fantastic. What got you both started in podcasting? What tips would you give to someone looking to start their own podcast? Nicole?
I'm just kidding.
Nicole would say, find an Eric. What? I'm amazing. Admit it.
You are amazing, but you don't
Thank you.
Like shit about myself.
Oh my God, here we go. Do you remember your two triggers from a moment ago? Nobody said that meant you weren't good. I meant fine.
Appreciating that made me so anxious that you're
I know
that I am the crappy one.
That is not what I am insinuating. I am saying find an Eric because he knows the tips and tricks.
This is valid. So my advice from this gal's perspective is you have to obviously be somebody who likes to talk, who likes to hear yourself talk, wants to share your opinions and isn't afraid to share your thoughts and opinions, and possibly get backlash for said thoughts and opinions. And also make sure you're dedicated. If you're claiming you're going to put out a podcast once a month, you got to put it out once a month. If it's going to be once a week, it has to be once a week. If it's 5 days a week, it has to be 5 days a week. Unless you go on a reality show and then you come off and there's a weird transitional phase, and that's a little different.
There's still 5 shows a week coming out.
There's a lot of commitment involved, and you do need to find yourself, I feel, a co-host, because there needs to be a bouncing off. There needs to be banter. There needs to be, and no offense, I'm sure you could very well do it on your own. You very do it well, with guests every week or whatnot. But I find that having somebody to bounce things off of makes it more fun. So you have to find a love buggy like Eric who knows what he's doing.
I have done it for probably 10 years, of which let's go with like the first three were with people, then like four and five and six and seven were probably like with a person here and there, but mainly alone. And then like the year before Nicole, I think I was completely alone for everything.
Uh,
And then TV Co put Nicole and I together, and it's been magic ever since, and I like it much better. I so
what?
much prefer having somebody to do it with than it just be you. But I would also say everything that Nicole said, and focus on a topic or a thing that you're passionate about.
Yes.
I truly believe anybody can do a podcast about anything that they're passionate about. Look at Nicole and I. We just hit record.
Mm-hmm.
It's been an hour and a half, and we never made it to our original topic. That's how much we love talking about the stuff we've talked about before this point.
Yeah. No, because our whole thing is hello friends and being open and being honest. And like, I know a lot of our thing is, just being real with people and
Mhm.
making a safe environment to talk to people. And it's not a gotcha podcast. It's not a cornering podcast. It's not a negative podcast. And that's what I love about it. We
I
talk
would.
about real things. We talk about serious things, but we don't, I don't know.
Here
I
is
don't know.
my
Like, did you
here.
hear what this person said? I'm going to beat her up. Like, come on.
No, no, no. I would definitely say my biggest piece of advice to you is it's very easy to when you're creating something new, or if you don't get like a lot of views or viewers and stuff like that, it's very easy to attack and be nasty and be negative in order to try and build
Yep.
yourself up. Here's the thing, it does work. But this is my advice to you. It's also very fleeting. The
Yes.
people that will be there to cheer you on, like, yes, yes, you're attacking, go, 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 are then, when you want to be serious, are going to be bored with you. Believe
Yep.
me, it's way better to be like a kind person and spread kindness and put out things and do those kind of things. My advice is build an audience like that versus an
Yep.
audience of you being about drama and attacking or all of those things. It's not going to serve you well. Trust me. I learned that lesson the hard way. And that's how I start. And I say that, and people who are here to this day will tell you, I very much was that in the beginning. I very much was rip every single Big Brother person apart. I hate them. I hate them. I hate this one. They're the worst. But I did all of that my first 2 years. I was so unhappy as a person. I literally, thankfully, had good friends in my life that were like, your show is just about complaining and attacking
Aw.
people. You seem really unhappy. And this isn't the person that we know. And then I was able to like change it and do it. And thankfully, I had people in my life that were like,
Aw.
do you want this to be the Eric complaining show? And that's why to this day, people that watch shows, when I tap into that is just me doing a character of what I used to do on my show.
Wow. Because it is so true. Like, I'm such a firm believer that like there's room for everybody. Because the whole
Mhm.
joke nowadays is everybody has a podcast, and that's fine. There's room for everybody. Everybody has their lane. There's so many people in this world. Everybody has their fandom, their listeners, and I think one thing I find very interesting too is if you find, like Eric was saying, what makes you passionate. Like one of
Mhm.
the podcasts that I recently did, their name is Unprofessional Development. What they do is they relate everything to teaching. So
Right.
everything relates back to teaching. So they were asking me, how does the Big Brother application process refer to it? How does being in the house refer to it? How does post BB life refer to it? And it was so refreshing to have like a different take. So if you have something you're really passionate about, that can
Mhm.
kind of be like your main focus and everything falls into it.
I love it. I see Christopher over on YouTube says, Eric, would you ever go on Big Brother in the future? No, I like my family and I like my friends and I like the
Oh,
YRR fam and the TV Co fam and I like the community we built. And yeah, no.
Sorry I let you down, guys. Lefty wants to know a question. Tips on how to deal with a friend that asks 1 million questions a day.
I think that's directed at you. That was to you. What's
Oh,
your
to me, how
tips?
do I deal with a friend who asks us a million questions a
How
day?
would you? I believe the question was, how would you?
I would use my wisdom and abilities to provide them with answers because that's true friendship.
Is it?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, then I would argue I would use my wisdom to help me understand technology. So, for example, I don't like that sweater that you're wearing. We can't hear you, so you're muted. And my friends, is how I would deal with someone that asks 100 questions. You just mute them. I've gotten very good at this, and I am almost a little bit embarrassed to admit this. If if I have a friend that asks a lot of questions, I will literally put the phone down on the table, and then I am a master of this thing. Yeah. Uh-huh. No, I totally get you. Sure. Right. No, yeah. If I Here's how you know if I'm listening to you. If we're on a phone call and I say, "Yeah, I totally get you," it means you're talking a lot and I'm not listening to you.
Mine is if I go, heard.
Oh, you say heard to me a lot.
That usually means I'm trying to multitask and I can't focus.
Got you.
We on
Isaac's
Facebook. Nikki Mom wants to know.
Yes, we're on Facebook. We're everywhere. We are everywhere. There's so much kindness and love in the world that is needed. Eric and Nicole have done a great job of using their platform for good. I love it. What Sergeant Sparkle wants to know, what did the dentist say about Nicole's teeth? Was the psychic correct that there was a problem, Nicole?
I didn't tell him because I was going there for another reason and I had to get home. I forget what I had to do,
We had
but
a
I had
show.
I had an event and then a show. It was dentist event with the ladies from the preschool and then a show. So I didn't want to be kept because I think there was something wrong with it and I was afraid. Actually, it's been good. I think it's just because the teeth are grinding, but because I'm getting the things.
Invisalign.
I will not say the name of the company because they are not being nice to me. They are retainers. I'm getting retainers.
Okay. Dylan's Best says, I love Good Luck Charlie. Do you guys love Good Luck Charlie? I don't know what Good Luck Charlie is. Is that a movie?
Yes.
I feel like it's a movie, but
It's yes, me.
I don't know. I have not heard of it.
But to answer that question, though, my tooth has been better. I don't think it's a cavity because a cavity would hurt all the time. It literally hurts when I wake up and then it'll go away. And I think it's because all these teeth are crowded. So I think sometimes it just from grinding my teeth in my sleep, I think it's just hitting the other tooth, and I think it like the rubbing is bothering me. So I'm hoping once I get the retainers, it'll start straightening up. Are you guys excited? I'm gonna be like on the show, like I got my retainers in.
Oh, I am sure hearing about your teeth is everyone's most favorite part of this podcast. Final question, Nicole.
Oh, would we do an advice show? We should. Go ahead.
Oh, I want to do an advice show. By the way, we've been asking. You can go to hellofriendspod.com and fill out the contact form, or you can email us hellofriendsemail@gmail.com. Make the subject be advice. We would love to do a mailbag advice show. So send us questions.
We do have like Chubby Bunny asking about a mailbag show. Yes, it will happen. Now that we do have a lot of emails that I have to go through.
I'm not doing a show that's like, why didn't you work more with people? Well, I'm not doing that.
No.
If it's an advice on
Here's the
people's
thing.
personal lives, yes.
I'm sure we'll talk about this a gazillion times more, but just to end this show with it,
Well, I
I'm
have
done.
a final question.
I did what I did because I did it. And now I'm here. This is Nicole. Months later. It is what it is. We move forward. We live real life.
Exactly. So the final question I'm gonna take from Angie, and she said, "What's your favorite TikTok that you guys have done together?"
Favorite TikTok that we've done together? I would have to say, ooh, that's a toss up. I love the Shake That Laffy Taffy Girl. That
Oh,
one. I love that one.
my
And
back
then
hurts looking at it.
I love the Target parking lot. I don't know why. I just
Oh,
think that one's so well done.
you like my two least favorite ones.
And that's why we get along, because we balance each other. Well, what are your two favorites?
I like the do 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 do.
Aphrodite?
Yeah, I like the Aphrodite one. I have to say, I've gotten, I really loved, my takeaways from this season of Big Brother is I learned how great Insta stories are, for people that have been around here for 10 years of me doing shows. I started out also doing mashups. I don't have the time to
Yep.
devote to doing mashups anymore. Running Nicole's count taught me Insta stories are like making little
Yep.
mashup videos
Yes.
that you can do in like 5 or 10 minutes. So I've really fallen in love with Insta stories. And then I never on these shows talk about music, but I would say after reality TV, like music is the most important thing in my life. So to do TikToks is so much fun for me. And we were doing or you're
So
still
what's your other
doing
one? You
well.
said Aphrodite.
Well, my whole point was, okay, well, I would have to look at them to see. Oh no, I love the one that we did for our 1 year anniversary.
That's a good one too. I thought you were gonna
The
say the bathroom one where you were in the
the
shower. That's a good
the shower one's a good one, but yes,
one. I'm thinking. I need to.
I know.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god, I'm in so much pain. Anyway, yeah, but I have to say this, and I'm really not using this, and since this is his video, but if you're listening to the audio later, I'm gazing into the camera. I'm
Gaze.
attempting to frown with my eyes on National Coming Out Day. I don't know what happened. For the good up into this past week, anytime I posted a TikTok, it did great. It got thousands and thousands of views. And
TikTok,
then
baby.
like the last three that I've posted, I don't know if people just don't care anymore. And I feel like it's three that I worked really, really hard on and really like thought about and tried to make good. And the fact that they're not doing well almost makes me just be like, all right, well, I guess my TikTok days are over. I'll just stick with
No,
doing stuff with
it just
Nicole.
depends how they hit. Like it just depends, how it goes out into the universe, who sees it, what time of day it is, and that's why I just do them because they're fun. And if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
No, I
I entertain myself
100%.
with them more than anything. I watch them back and I'm like,
I 100% do them with you because they're fun, and those are fun. But I then went, oh, maybe it's just people don't like me. This isn't a surprise.
stop.
Because then it's, we haven't been together, and I try and post one a day. So it's like the three that I did basically by myself are the three that aren't doing well. Anyway, share them, like them, and comment. That supposedly helps.
You'll be TikTok famous one day. I feel it.
I don't want to be TikTok famous.
One of my favorite is when I got out of the house and I saw all the mashups you made. Is I made a mashup of you and I,
Mm-hmm.
and it came out really good. I was very proud of myself.
I loved it. Yes, when you copied it. Charlie is my
I didn't
dog.
copy it. It was me using the same song as you to give you a mashup in return. Again, I know my truth. I know my intent.
Well, you could see how that would seem like copying. Kind of
But I
like
thought-
kind of like how you copied my I get overwhelmed.
Are you for real right
Nicole did
Oh,
Nicole
no,
had
no,
the
no.
She had the
No,
I had overwhelmed filmed first. I'm giving you
yes,
credit.
I had it filmed first, and I showed you, and I'm like, this is me, raw and real. And then you copied it and posted it before me.
I mean,
That's
I wouldn't say that, but I did post it before you, yes. So go check out our TikToks at Reality Recaps. And what's
and at
yours?
Strong Island Nicole.
Hers is the one with all the views.
Not really.
It is. I
Mine's
mean,
the one with the blue check mark.
it is the one with the blue check mark.
I'm just kidding.
I wish we could play them on here, but for whatever reason the audio gets weird, and then I don't know if it's copyright stuff
hear
because
you.
we're everywhere. It's very like I know a lot of people have been saying too, hey, what's going on? You guys aren't showing like the video clips and the pictures and playing the audio and doing those things. That is kind of the downside of being live everywhere now, is like everything is like a copyright issue. So it's just us.
But I will say, I think this show gave us a lot of topics for future shows. We could
Oh,
literally do a whole show on the TikTok.
Believe me, I've been writing them all down.
Oh, I believe you.
So we love all of you guys. We hope that you enjoyed this Hello Friends, a weekend show. Nicole and I will be back tomorrow night, live everywhere, immediately following Big Brother. So not immediately, I would say like 9:15-ish. We will be live everywhere again, talking Big Brother. Tuesdays, I am live with Steve doing live feed spoilers.
Yep.
Wednesdays and Thursdays after the episode, Nicole and I are live again. Fridays, exit interviews.
Well, Wednesday is a watch party during.
Wednesday is a watch party during the show, I am sorry. That is a TV Co exclusive. It's only in TV Co. Thursday, we are live everywhere after. Friday is exit interviews. Saturday and Sunday are Hello Friends.
And then the season's almost wrapping up. It's almost going to be Halloween, which, by the way, next topic of conversation for the next podcast, Halloween costumes.
Somebody did ask that question.
Because we need to discuss it, so it's still a secret.
I see Courtney said, Eric says, I don't want to be TikTok famous. Then says Nicole has more videos with more views. Yes, because I don't want to as you all are aware, there are a lot of things that everybody wants from us. I don't want to waste time on things that people don't care about. So we were thinking people were really enjoying the TikToks, then I will focus time on TikToks. But if no one is enjoying my TikToks, I'm not going to spend my time on mine. I'll still do them with Nicole, but I'm not going to waste time on something that people aren't enjoying. What?
Top Gun Phantom said virtual Halloween party. Big Brother ends the 28th. We should, on like the 30th or something, dress up and do a live show.
I thought we were doing a Halloween show.
On Halloween?
Yeah. We'll get back to you all. I mean, we're basically in Halloween colors right now.
Yeah, this is colors, though. I'm talking costumes.
We should have a Nicole and Steve dad joke off. I know, I don't want to put Nicole in the spot.
I have plenty of jokes.
No, I'm saying everybody wants you back on the Steve show. Technically, everybody wants me just to produce it and have the show be you and Steve.
No, stop that.
But everybody said maybe
We need
Nicole.
a lip sync.
We need a lot of things. We'll do that.
It's all coming. It is all coming.
It is all
coming.
Put on your chapstick. Put on your chapstick for the end of the show. We love all of you.
Before and during. I'm sorry. I love you all so very much. This has been a bonus long episode because it's our first time chatting in front of all of you in a long, long time. And Lord knows there's a lot that he and I need to sift through.
There is? Oh, yeah, like your invisible person on the bus.
What? Oh,
Nothing.
You really scared me. I was like, where do you see a person? Yes.
Oh, I really want you to tell that.
That's a story for another day when I can cope with it.
She thinks there's a person behind her in one of her videos.
Guys, I took an Instagram story. We could just wrap it up at 2 hours. I took an Instagram story in Eric's car of me singing. I played it back. I don't even want to say it because it's nighttime and I'm upstairs alone.
And she doesn't understand the
No,
way the Haunted Mansion ride works in Disney, so she thinks her reflection is a person behind her. But go ahead.
I played the video back, and there's a woman in the backseat of the car.
Wearing her same outfit and glasses. Ooh, could it be?
I don't take that lightly at all. I don't find it funny. I think we should show the footage. It's not up on my Instagram story anymore. It was a few days ago. I'm freaked out. I'm still freaked out.
I don't know why you are. It's your reflection.
Why would my reflection be behind me?
Because we're driving on a highway and the windows are angled and you're using a camera lens and it's the way light moves. And it all just hit perfectly so that it reflected. Again, do yourself a favor and Google Haunted Mansion ride. And
do yourself a favor. No, nothing.
That is literally the way the Haunted Mansion ride works in Disney. You move along, and I
guess you know more than I do.
Thank you for acknowledging it. We will see you all on our next show tomorrow night after Big Brother. Everybody is asking you to post the video now, so you need to do it.
I should repost it and circle it and just ask the masses.
Do it.
It's not fun. Oh my god, I have another story. Oh gosh, there's so many.
Hurry.
I'll tell this on another podcast, but you know what I did today?
What?
I cut my dad's hair.
Oh.
I had the video. I'll put it up on Instagram. Watch out for that. I'll do that right now when we end.
They want to see the Ghost Lady video first.
I know. I need to mentally prepare myself for Ghost Lady, all right? I can't just pull it up. I need to go downstairs when I'm with family members in a lit room because now I'm horrified of walking down the hallway because it's dark and I'm alone.
Because only ghosts can go in the dark? You need to watch The Haunting of Bly House.
No, stop.
What? No, you really should. You'd like it.
Don't tell me anything messed up because I seriously am upstairs alone and that's not funny.
I'm just telling you, it's a Netflix show you should watch.
Okay.
I believe you and your sisters will very much like it.
Okay.
It's like a little scary, but I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Okay, that's all.
Okay. Love you all. Thank you for joining us, friends, for our bonus 2-hour Hello Friends live show spectacular.
This is normally where I hit the not record button, but I didn't. Bye for now, everybody. Don't forget to favorite, share, like, subscribe, do something wherever you're watching this that you think will help the show. Just pick one thing and do it. It'll be very helpful. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.